book of Numbers, chapters 13 through 15, you and I will witness the Israelites at a pivotal moment in their journey. Sent to scout the promised land, the spies return with conflicting reports. 10 warn of insurmountable challenges, while 2, Joshua and Caleb, urge trust in God's promise. Their faith is tested as the people waver between fear and faith, resulting in God's decree that the current generation will not enter the land. Can you relate? This section highlights the consequences of distrust and the importance of obedience to God. Before we begin reading, I hope you will pause for a moment and reflect on your own life. How often do you let fear overshadow faith? Do you trust in the promises of God even when your challenges seem insurmountable? Consider the times when you face difficulties. Remember, God's presence and promises constantly guide you through every trial. Pray with me. Lord, grant me the courage to trust in your promises, even in the face of challenges. Strengthen my faith and help me to follow your path with confidence. For the sake of your Son, Jesus Christ, have mercy on me and forgive me, that I may delight in your will and walk in your ways to the glory of your name. Amen. This is the word of the Lord. Thanks be to God. The book of Numbers, chapter 13. The Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Send men, that they may spy out the land of Canaan, which I give to the children of Israel. Of every tribe of their fathers you shall send a man, every one a prince among them. Moses sent them from the wilderness of Paran, according to the commandment of the Lord. All of them were men, who were heads of the children of Israel. These were their names. Of the tribe of Reuben, Shammua the son of Zakkur. Of the tribe of Simeon, Shaphat the son of Hori. Of the tribe of Judah, Caleb the son of Jephunneh. Of the tribe of Issachar, Igal the son of Joseph. Of the tribe of Ephraim, Hoshea the son of Nun. Of the tribe of Benjamin, Palti the son of Raphu. Of the tribe of Zebulun, Gadiel the son of Sodi. Of the tribe of Joseph, of the tribe of Manasseh, Gadi the son of Suzi. Of the tribe of Dan, Amiel the son of Gemali. Of the tribe of Asher, Sethur the son of Michael. Of the tribe of Naphtali, Nahbi the son of Vophsi. Of the tribe of Gad, Joel the son of Machi. These are the names of the men who Moses sent to spy out the land. Moses called Hoshea the son of Nun Joshua. Moses sent them to spy out the land of Canaan, and said to them, Go up this way by the south, and go up into the hill country. See the land what it is, and the people who dwell therein, whether they are strong or weak, whether they are few or many, and what the land is that they dwell in, whether it is good or bad, and what cities they are that they dwell in, whether in camps or in strongholds, and what the land is, whether it is fertile or poor, whether there are woods therein or not. Be courageous, and bring some of the fruit of the land. Now the time was the time of the first ripe grapes. So they went up and spied out the land from the wilderness of Zin to Rehob, to the entrance of Hamath. They went up by the south, and came to Hebron, and Ahiman, Sheshai, and Talmai, the children of Anak, were there. Now Hebron was built 7 years before Zoan in Egypt. They came to the valley of Eshcol, and cut down from there a branch with one cluster of grapes, and they bore it on a staff between two. They also brought some of the pomegranates and of the figs. That place was called the Valley of Eshcol, because of the cluster which the children of Israel cut down from there. They returned from spying out the land at the end of 40 days. They went and came to Moses and to Aaron and to all the congregation of the children of Israel to the wilderness of Paran, to Kadesh, and brought back word to them and to all the congregation, and showed them the fruit of the land. They told him and said, "We came to the land where you sent us, and surely it flows with milk and honey, and this is its fruit. However, the people who dwell in the land are strong, and the cities are fortified and very large. Moreover, we saw the children of Anak there. Amalek dwells in the land of the south. The Hittite, the Jebusite, and the Amorite dwell in the hill country. The Canaanite dwells by the sea, and along by the side of the Jordan." Caleb stilled the people before Moses, and said, "Let us go up at once and possess it, for we are well able to overcome it." But the men who went up with him said, "We aren't able to go up against the people, for they are stronger than we." They brought up an evil report of the land which they had spied out to the children of Israel, saying, "The land through which we have gone to spy it out is a land that eats up its inhabitants, and all the people who we saw in it are men of great stature. There we saw the Nephilim, the sons of Anak, who come of the Nephilim. We were in our own sight as grasshoppers, and so we were in their sight." The Book of Numbers, chapter 14. All the congregation lifted up their voice and cried, and the people wept that night. All the children of Israel murmured against Moses and against Aaron. The whole congregation said to them, "Would that we had died in the land of Egypt, or would that we had died in this wilderness. Why does Yahweh bring us to this land, to fall by the sword? Our wives and our little ones will be a prey. Isn't it better for us to return into Egypt?" They said one to another, "Let us make a captain, and let us return into Egypt." Then Moses and Aaron fell on their faces before all the assembly of the congregation of the children of Israel. Joshua the son of Nun, and Caleb the son of Jephunneh, who were of those who spied out the land, tore their clothes. They spoke to all the congregation of the children of Israel, saying, "The land which we passed through to spy it out is an exceedingly good land. If Yahweh delights in us, then he will bring us into this land and give it to us, a land which flows with milk and honey. Only don't rebel against Yahweh, neither fear the people of the land, for they are bread for us. Their defense is removed from over them, and Yahweh is with us. Don't fear them." But all the congregation threatened to stone them with stones. The glory of Yahweh appeared in the tent of meeting to all the children of Israel. Yahweh said to Moses, "How long will this people despise me? And how long will they not believe in me, for all the signs which I have worked among them? I will strike them with the pestilence, and disinherit them, and will make of you a nation greater and mightier than they." Moses said to Yahweh, "Then the Egyptians will hear it, for you brought up this people in your might from among them. They will tell it to the inhabitants of this land. They have heard that you, Yahweh, are among this people. For you, Yahweh, are seen face to face, and your cloud stands over them, and you go before them in a pillar of cloud by day, and in a pillar of fire by night. Now if you kill this people as one man, then the nations which have heard the fame of you will speak, saying, 'Because Yahweh was not able to bring this people into the land which he swore to them, therefore he has slain them in the wilderness.' Now please let the power of the Lord be great, according as you have spoken, saying, 'Yahweh is slow to anger, and abundant in loving kindness, forgiving iniquity and disobedience. And he will by no means clear the guilty, visiting the iniquity of the fathers on the children, on the third and on the fourth generation.' Pardon, I beg you, the iniquity of this people according to the greatness of your loving kindness, and according as you have forgiven this people, from Egypt even until now." Yahweh said, "I have pardoned according to your word. But as surely as I live, and as all the earth shall be filled with the glory of Yahweh, because all those men who have seen my glory and my signs, which I worked in Egypt and in the wilderness, yet have tempted me these 10 times, and have not listened to my voice, surely they shall not see the land which I swore to their fathers, neither shall any of those who despised me see it. But my servant Caleb, because he had another spirit with him, and has followed me fully, him will I bring into the land into which he went. His seed shall possess it. Now the Amalekite and the Canaanite dwell in the valley. Tomorrow turn, and go into the wilderness by the way to the Red Sea." Yahweh spoke to Moses and to Aaron, saying, "How long shall I bear with this evil congregation who murmur against me? I have heard the murmurings of the children of Israel, which they murmur against me. Tell them, as surely as I live, says Yahweh, as you have spoken in my ears, so will I do to you. Your dead bodies shall fall in this wilderness, and all who are numbered of you, according to your whole number, from 20 years old and upward, who have murmured against me, surely you shall not come into the land, concerning which I swore that I would make you dwell therein, except Caleb the son of Jephunneh, and Joshua the son of Nun. But your little ones, which you said should be a prey, them will I bring in, and they shall know the land which you have despised. But as for you, your dead bodies shall fall in this wilderness. Your children shall be wanderers in the wilderness 40 years, and shall bear your prostitution, until your dead bodies be consumed in the wilderness. After the number of the days in which you spied out the land, even 40 days, each day for a year, shall you bear your iniquities, even 40 years, and you shall know my alienation. I, Yahweh, have spoken. I will surely do this to all this evil congregation, who are gathered together against me. In this wilderness they shall be consumed, and there they shall die. The men whom Moses sent to spy out the land, who returned, and made all the congregation to murmur against him, by bringing up an evil report against the land, even those men who brought up the evil report of the land, died by the plague before Yahweh. But Joshua the son of Nun and Caleb the son of Jephunneh remained alive of those men who went to spy out the land. Moses told these words to all the children of Israel. The people mourned greatly. They rose up early in the morning and went up to the top of the mountain, saying, Behold, we are here, and will go up to the place which Yahweh has promised, for we have sinned. Moses said, Why now do you disobey the commandment of Yahweh, seeing it shall not prosper? Don't go up, for Yahweh isn't among you, that you not be struck down before your enemies. For there the Amalekite and the Canaanite are before you, and you shall fall by the sword. Because you have turned back from following Yahweh, Yahweh will not be with you. But they presumed to go up to the top of the mountain. Nevertheless, the ark of Yahweh's covenant and Moses didn't depart out of the camp. Then the Amalekite came down, and the Canaanite who lived in that mountain, and struck them and beat them down, even to Hormah. The Book of Numbers, chapter 15. Yahweh spoke to Moses, saying, Speak to the children of Israel, and tell them, When you have come into the land of your habitations, which I give to you, and will make an offering by fire to Yahweh, a burnt offering, or a sacrifice, to fulfill a vow, or as a free will offering, or in your set feasts, to make a pleasant aroma to Yahweh, of the herd or of the flock. Then he who offers his offering to Yahweh shall offer a grain offering of 1/10 of an ephah of fine flour, mixed with 1/4 of a hin of oil. You shall prepare wine for the drink offering, 1/4 of a hin, with the burnt offering or for the sacrifice, for each lamb. Or for a ram, you shall prepare for a grain offering 2/10 of an ephah of fine flour mixed with the 1/3 part of a hin of oil. For the drink offering, you shall offer the 1/3 part of a hin of wine for a pleasant aroma to Yahweh. When you prepare a bull for a burnt offering or for a sacrifice to fulfill a vow or for peace offerings to Yahweh, then shall he offer with the bull a grain offering of 3/10 of an ephah of fine flour mixed with half a hin of oil. You shall offer for the drink offering half a hin of wine for an offering made by fire of a pleasant aroma to Yahweh. Thus shall it be done for each bull, or for each ram, or for each of the lambs, or of the young goats. According to the number that you shall prepare, so you shall do to everyone according to their number. All who are native born shall do these things in this way, in offering an offering made by fire of a pleasant aroma to Yahweh. If a stranger lives with you, or whoever is among you throughout your generations, and will offer an offering made by fire of a pleasant aroma to Yahweh, as you do, so he shall do. For the assembly there shall be one statute for you, and for the stranger who lives with you, a statute forever throughout your generations. As you are, so shall the stranger be before Yahweh. One law and one ordinance shall be for you, and for the stranger who lives with you. Yahweh spoke to Moses, saying, Speak to the children of Israel and tell them, When you come into the land where I bring you, then it shall be that when you eat of the bread of the land, you shall offer up a wave offering to Yahweh. Of the first of your dough you shall offer up a cake for a wave offering. As the wave offering of the threshing floor, so you shall heave it. Of the first of your dough you shall give to Yahweh a wave offering throughout your generations. When you shall err and not observe all these commandments, which Yahweh has spoken to Moses, even all that Yahweh has commanded you by Moses, from the day that Yahweh gave commandment, and onward throughout your generations. Then it shall be, if it is done unwittingly, without the knowledge of the congregation, that all the congregation shall offer one young bull for a burnt offering, for a pleasant aroma to Yahweh, with its grain offering and its drink offering, according to the ordinance, and one male goat for a sin offering. The priest shall make atonement for all the congregation of the children of Israel, and they shall be forgiven. For it was an error, and they have brought their offering, an offering made by fire to Yahweh, and their sin offering before Yahweh, for their error. All the congregation of the children of Israel shall be forgiven, and the stranger who lives among them. For in respect of all the people it was done unwittingly. If one person sins unwittingly, then he shall offer a female goat a year old for a sin offering. The priest shall make atonement for the soul who errs, when he sins unwittingly before Yahweh, to make atonement for him, and he shall be forgiven. You shall have one law for him who does anything unwittingly, for him who is native born among the children of Israel, and for the stranger who lives among them. But the soul who does anything with a high hand, whether he is native born or a stranger, the same blasphemes Yahweh, and that soul shall be cut off from among his people. Because he has despised the word of Yahweh, and has broken his commandment, that soul shall utterly be cut off. His iniquity shall be on him. While the children of Israel were in the wilderness, they found a man gathering sticks on the Sabbath day. Those who found him gathering sticks brought him to Moses and Aaron, and to all the congregation. They put him in custody, because it had not been declared what should be done to him. Yahweh said to Moses, The man shall surely be put to death. all the congregation shall stone him with stones outside the camp. All the congregation brought him outside the camp and stoned him to death with stones, as Yahweh commanded Moses. Yahweh spoke to Moses, saying, "Speak to the children of Israel, and tell them that they should make themselves fringes on the borders of their garments throughout their generations, and that they put on the fringes of each border a cord of blue. It shall be to you for a fringe, that you may see it, and remember all Yahweh's commandments, and do them, and that you don't follow your own heart and your own eyes, after which you used to play the prostitute, so that you may remember and do all my commandments, and be holy to your God. I am Yahweh your God, who brought you out of the land of Egypt, to be your God. I am Yahweh your God."